Hey gang, my name is Jace and I am so glad that you joined me for your reading today. Virgos, Sun, Moon, and Rising placements, this is your reading. If you are new, welcome. And if you are returning, welcome back. Virgo, go ahead and take 3 deep breaths. Connect to Spirit and your spiritual alliance. Ask them to reveal the message that you need to see and hear. Get comfortable and enjoy the reading, okay? All right, Spirit. Message for Virgo. Okay, that's entirely way too much. One more shuffle. Knight of Cups. I got it. Knight of Cups. Eight of Swords. Six of Wands. Some kind of fear holding you back. When it came to how you... Some kind of fear holding you back when it came to how you interacted with people that you care about. And loved. This is more personal relationship. You learned how to overcome it. You learned how to rise above it. You learned how to embrace that more affectionate side of yourself when it comes to some Virgos. Like Virgo is known as being very private. And Virgo can also come off as hard to read. Okay. Any kind of energy or effort. Because you know that time is a commodity that you cannot get back. You choose not to waste your time, Virgo. So when it comes to showing emotions, giving affection, and this is for people that you may be in personal, intimate relationships with, or friends, best friends, sisters, brothers who are not actually blood. Because you found yourself being hurt in the past when you have tried. Friendships have failed. People have done you wrong. You felt stabbed in the back. Sometimes in relationships, they didn't turn out the way that you wanted it to. Situations like that. But you're learning, Virgo. You're learning how to open up. You're learning how to not allow these fears, this ego part of you, to keep you bound, to keep you stuck. All right, Virgo. Seven of Pentacles. Nine of Swords. Two of Wands. Again, you definitely have had moments of hurt, which have caused you to, when you have moments to yourself, you kind of sit back and you do all of this overthinking. Why did I let somebody in? Why didn't I do this? Why did I expose my feelings that much? See what happens to me? I knew it. But this is a time where it's for the betterment of you to move forward and to move away from any kind of blocks that this fear, that these negative feelings of past things that already happened, of past situations, Um, there are some of you Virgos who have said, you know what, it's all good. No more overthinking. I'm going to focus on the present and make sure that my upcoming future is where I need it to be when it comes to anything that comes my way. Five of Pentacles, Empress, King of Wands. I mean, I get it. You don't want to be left out in the cold. You don't want to feel put out. You don't want to feel like you've been put on ice. You don't want to feel, you know what I mean? Like, you want to, sorry. You want things to go as you see them. How we all have moments of visualization. You, like everybody else, Virgo, has this idea of the perfect scenario. You've asked yourself a couple of times, what would it be like if I did it this way? What would it be like? Let me play out and make these mind movies up of the perfect situation when it comes to relationships, when it comes to how I'm going to be with just my life in general. And Virgos are very creative. The headspace is crazy. If somebody could actually step into your brains, Virgo, and see what's going on, see the things that you see, feel the things you feel, they would be like, oh goodness, this is I like this. This is sexy. Okay. Very, very strong in your creative spot. You know what you want. You're passionate. You don't allow people to dictate. Very, very sure of yourself. And again, sometimes the overthinking will kind of block you from progressing. So you have to kind of put that overthinking aspect of yourself to the side. Nine of Pentacles, Ten of Swords, and Ten of Wands. Yeah, you blocking yourself, my babies. You're taking on so much heavy shit, so much heavy emotion. Like, you have to let that go. You have a certain end goal in your brain. And your end goal that you see play out all the time, like I said, your mind movies are crazy. Your mind movies are sick in a good way. Like, ooh, that is a sexy, beautiful, abundant, prosperous, happiness inducing. I like it. But how are you going to you're not going to be able to allow yourself to flourish and to glow up and to progress and move past transgressions in situations, in relationships, and just in your life in general. If you are to be in this Nine of Pentacles energy, you're going to have to focus on now, the present, and what you want your future to look like. We're no longer looking at past things that happened, and we're no longer, luxuriating and rolling around and cloaking ourselves in negative feelings of situations past. Nothing is worse, and this is two opposite energies. Here you have the Six of Wands, very victorious, just up above it all, just, on your high horse, bouncing around, people praising you. Yay! Let's celebrate the Virgo, right? So in order, we're leaving this behind. We're leaving the Ten of Wands behind. We're embracing this. And we're embracing this. And that is by focusing on the good. Focusing on present, what is in front of you right now. What is in front of your face right now. What is in front of your face right now. What is in front of your face right now? We are now in the present. No more past, because the past puts you in Five of Pentacles energy, feeling that scarcity in wherever you feeling scarce at. Okay? Relationships, friendships, love, where you should be in life, goals. You're looking at other people around you and like, oh my God, they're over here hitting their goals and their marks. And you don't know what these people go through at night. They could be up stressing just like you. But the thing is do you want to keep staying up at night and stressing, Virgo? I don't think you do. Okay? Nine of Wands. Y'all just want to stay fighting. Yeah, you just want to stay. Some Virgos, y'all just want to kind of stay in the funk, which is fine. I mean, if you're good with that, if you like it, I love it. But I would say, nah, we want this 10 of Pentacles right here, and that's what you want. That's what you want to work toward. That's what you are working toward. You're working towards stability. You're working towards stable conditions. You want to bolt things in place. You want to make sure that you guys have the American dream. And everybody's American dream is different. Okay? But you want the American dream. You want the family. You want the children, the possible fur babies, the beautiful surroundings, the fat bank accounts on both ends, not just mom or not just dad. You want both. In case there is somebody in the family that you want to bring in an older matriarch or patriarchal figure, mom, dad. You want to be able to be in that position where you can take care of an older family member that's needed. You know what I mean? But this is going to require you to, like I said, there are some Virgos who are enjoying kind of staying in the funk right now. And it's fine. Okay, you can't tell grown people what to do. But to bring yourself out of this Nine of Swords energy, you're going to have to embrace your Hanged Man. You're just going to have to believe that all is not bad. And again, that's focusing on what's in front of you, not what happened in the past that made you feel like everybody and everything was against you. All right, Spirit, more messages for the Virgo. Looking ahead, looking forward. Focus, like I said, focus on the present and look in toward the future. What are you doing to make the future? This here is past. This is some past shit. Let this go. Okay, so you were scarce in some areas previously. That previously means before, right? In the past. Let it go. Okay. Don't allow, as you're creating these new journeys for yourself and new ways of doing things, we are not trying to let things creep in, any kind of negative anything creep in, whether it's an emotion or a past pattern or people or opinions of others or anything. We're not letting anything sneak in and steal joy. We're not going to do that. Devil energy, for some of you, that vice is liking to stay in a bad headspace, liking to stay in a woe is me kind of headspace, and staying in the past. This is something that you're going to have to make that choice to cut the bonds with, cut the ties with. Some of you guys may need to do cord cutting rituals, some candle magic, but something you need to break any kind of hold that anything non-serving and negative may have on you. Okay. Big Daddy, the Emperor. Five of Cups. Yeah, it is a lot, Virgo. There's a lot of holding on here in and Four of Pentacles. You're holding on, my babies. You're holding on to past things. And that's really what's kind of blocking you. You have to take control of that. You do. That aspect of yourself, you have to take control of it. You're harboring and you're holding on to things that are not going to allow you to move forward. When all you have to do is to turn some things around, stop focusing on bad. Focus on the good, because there's so much there. Turn around and say, okay, this happened. this failed. This did not turn out the way that I wanted to. It's not the end of the world. Let that shit go. Okay? Some of y'all's heart chakras are blocked like a motherfucker because you're holding on and harboring. Okay? Yes. Good God. Ten of Cups sitting right on top of the Ten of Pentacles. Like, this is where you're meant to be, Virgo. This is where you're meant. Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands, backed up by the King of Wands. Gotta love it. And Page of Pentacles. Okay. Okay. Yeah. You have that power. You have that power to achieve family, to achieve utter happiness in your familial life. Ten of Cups and Ten of Pentacles. Family on top of family, double family. Okay? If it seems a little stormy right now, there's a rainbow full of cups waiting to come your way. Let go of that emotion that is not serving and embrace the emotion that's going to actually allow you to pull your manifestations to you, okay? Queen of Wands and King of Wands. I mean, if you don't have someone in your life that is going to help you achieve certain things, this is a sign that that person is indeed coming. Even if you are in a loser relationship right now, meaning you're with someone that is just not very good for you. Just be expecting in this new year at one point to lose that connection and actually gain the connection that you need that's going to be a part of the Ten of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles energy, okay? Again, this is just the time to, redo your lists, redo affirmations, go over your goals. If some of you may feel, because sometimes a huge mistake that people make sometimes in manifestations is when they have certain goals that they want and desires, and they might, this is what you want, but it might seem unattainable. Break it down into smaller increments. So say there's some of you that are focusing on money this year. I want more money because I've been in the Five of Pentacles. I've been in scarcity mindset, lack mindset. And I want to make $100,000 by the end of this year or by next month. The best way to do it is break it down in increments. So say I want to make $5,000 per month, something. Break it down into smaller, more believable, because that's the whole thing with the mental. Okay, we don't, like I said, with the Seven of Swords, we don't want anything creeping in, and this is including emotions. So for some of you, Virgos, you may set goals for yourself and things like that, and then it's like it's you write it down and you want it, but really deep down inside you don't believe it because it's so big that everything just doesn't happen. Just doesn't, like when people say, for example, I want a certain amount of money in my bank account, and then bam, you wake up and you expect a big pile of money on your floor. It don't work that way. With manifestations, it's usually people that are bringing things, people and events that are bringing things to you. So of course you say, hey, I want $100,000 by the end of the year. You know you're not going to wake up and then near the end of the year, bam, it's going to be a big, just that amount, 100,000. No, you have to break it down and into where it's a buildup. Okay, if that helps, if that makes sense. Okay, so break goals that, even though you want, may seem unattainable to you. Break it down into smaller, more believable points, and you're still going to reach it, and you'll actually see more things to celebrate. Six of Wands, because you'll start to see little gains here and there, like, oh shit is really happening. Then you get excited, and then you start saying, boom, okay, here we go. All right, if that makes sense. Okay, Four of Swords and Page of Cups. All right, it's a lot of page energy. This is something calling for freshness, for newness. Change up the way that you see things. Change up the way that you process things. Change up the way that you do meditations, rituals, rest more. Some of you guys may actually want to start pulling when you're in your meditative states, resting states. That's when you can also focus on the things that you want. Come up with a couple of affirmations that you can put on repeat and just repeat to yourself, or record yourself saying and play it back on a repetitive app, like either the Parrot app for those who have iPhones, or if your phone for Android, I have an Android and it has a recording app on there just called recording and it has a loop session, a loop option. And I'll just record my little affirmations and I'll just press record. I mean, press play, and I'll just listen to it for about 10 minutes at a time, 2 to 3 times a day. Okay? But yes, it's time, Virgo, to focus on what it is that you want. To focus on what it is you want. Focus on yourself. Focus on making things better. Focus on not dwelling in the past and letting the overthinking get to you, and just put a whole little monkey wrench in the works, okay? Okay. All right, Spirit. Final message for Virgo. One card, please. This one at you. Aw, love. Yeah. This is the energy that you want to lead in. You can't focus on love and what you love. Remember I said focus on what you love? You can't focus on positive things. You can't focus on love when you're harboring past regrets and negative emotions from things in the past not working out. Give yourself some love. Give yourself some self-care. Focus on the things that you love. Okay? Love is all up and through here. Y'all got this, Virgo. Okay? So no more past dwellings and staying in some old funky ass energy. Some people like to do that. But I mean, if you really think about it, is it really productive? Is it really getting you to where you want to be, Virgo? Is it? No, it's not. So let's focus on brightness. Let's focus on love. What we want. What brings us joy. What makes us love ourselves more, and what makes us just say, Virgo, you the shit. Absolutely. All right, Virgo. So there is your reading. If you enjoyed this reading, please be sure to subscribe, like, and share, as it will help to grow my baby channel. I appreciate you all. Love you dearly. And I'm going to see you on the next reading. Bye.